Welcome, Cancer. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your full moon in Aries meditation. The full moon was a few days ago, but this is an opportunity to look at the energy of the full moon, which is still resonating as we move into eclipse season. The experiences of the eclipse will stay with us for up to 6 months, so that's well into 2024. So this is an opportunity to pause. I've laid out the past, the present, and the future with the Crow Tarot. I will clarify with the African Tarot and finish off with a couple of oracle cards. I will be building an extended reading from this, for those of you that are interested, that this reading resonates with. And if it does resonate with you, please share this with others who might find it useful. Comment below. That's always very helpful to me. And subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I will link the extended reading in the description box below. So let's get started, Cancer, with your overall energy. And I pulled the Two of Cups. How absolutely stunning. This has come up for one other sign, and this is really about a balancing within you that is often reflected in a significant relationship, certainly to some degree all of your relationships, but there is one relationship in particular that is experiencing this balance of complete connection. This is a relationship built upon agreements about the goals in the relationship, the areas of activities that you share, the distinct support that each of you enjoys as your own person within the relationship. For those of you that are not in such a committed relationship, this is about that similar energy within yourself. And for many of you, this can reflect this deep connection with your potential self. And that can mean an opening up of your authentic talents, your gifts, your natural skills in a way that reflects upon who you truly are. This is being your full self in the safety of a relationship or without that safety. This is actually understanding that the world requires you in your whole self to bring the gifts that you bring, to deliver the service that you are intended to deliver, to enjoy the reciprocity of a conscious and equitable relationship. In the past, we have the Seven of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles. You are absolutely not only on a path that reflects who you are and the journey towards this complete experience of being who you are, feeling safe in that, feeling that you are building upon your potential or building towards your potential, but a couple of things that are occurring as a result of that. So you are perhaps recognizing the sabotage that you experience in some setting. This can be in a work, professional, familial, a peer group in particular that is reflecting back a sense of perhaps jealousy, envy, sabotage. By that I mean people betraying you, not giving you credit for your work, not taking you seriously, laughing at your ideas, ways of putting you down and attempting to make you feel as though you're not up to whatever task you're accomplishing or wanting to accomplish for yourself. At this point, you understand and perhaps have long understood that this reflects the fears of others rather than the value of you or your ideas. And that is positive. And that also prevents those from stopping you or prevents the derision that you experience from leading you to abandon something that actually reflects your talent or skills, your service. It's also stimulating at the same time a necessary look and evaluation of what it is you have created for yourself, what you have invested in, and what you've received as a result of that. And it is that evaluation that is expressing this desire for change, this desire for, one, moving away from environments like this, a sense of being surrounded by people that are envious or jealous at some level, or that honestly don't take you seriously. Perhaps they don't understand. Perhaps they're afraid that you will abandon them, and there's a sense of connection there that can't be safely acknowledged. But you are looking at what you've done and looking at better ways to do it. You're not abandoning what you're doing, but having picked your battles, you're now creating a plan to approach the deficiencies in this environment. This is the result, Cancer, of your desire to grow, naturally to grow beyond such an environment that it is at the very least hostile. And particularly if this is a family or work dynamic, a place where you spend a lot of time, you are recognizing that much of your ability to carve out the kind of agreements that you rely on to move forward, the kind of support you expect and require to accomplish what it is you need to accomplish, doesn't exist in this environment. Yet you are clear about your own capacity and potential to reach new goals, to grow beyond in a way that is naturally unknown because it's about the future. And so, but you have the passion for that desire to explore more, to discover more of the world and of yourself. In the present, we have the Five of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. It's beautiful. You're allowing this realization, this recognition, this attempt to liberate yourself from this environment that does not feel as though it is supporting you in the way that you know you can be supported. You know you're worthy and deserving of this kind of support. However, you are challenging something more fundamental in your resistance to this, the put downs you're receiving, the lack of recognition, or the suspicion or envy that surrounds you. And this is opening up a deeper commitment, and in part because of the support that you are capable of giving to yourself or that you receive in a partnership. You are recognizing that you're not aligned with these people. You don't share their values, and in fact, that the values that you now realize are reflective of you. You have built and developed. You are cultivating your own garden. You're putting together those resources that will support your stability and security, your safety even. And in so doing, you have a place in your life where you are free to enjoy the pleasures and the abundance that you've created, that you've manifested for yourself. This is incredibly powerful because this relationship, either with yourself or with a significant partner, supports this independence and really breaks apart the values that many of us may have understood to be a necessity of partnership, that In order to be independent, you must be a bachelor, when in fact, a healthy relationship supports your individual efforts to be successful, to be stable and secure in your whole self, not just in your role as a partner. And so you really are moving away from a place that you now identified as impoverished. It is not generous. It is not encouraging or uplifting. And this is further opening you up to this desire to begin something afresh, to being so empowered with your own resources that you are feeling capable of instead growing, discovering new talents, the expansion of your talents, and having that support this vision. In the future, the Eight of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands. You are able to kind of anchor yourself in this sense of resourcefulness. In fact, this sense of resourcefulness is very much internalized in your experience. You are grateful for what you have, and you are aware that your abundance goes beyond the material world. It is about taking the resources, the supply, any of the relationships you have, and being able to fashion those in ways that support greater abundance and greater joy and receptivity in acknowledging the wealth of opportunities you have for growth, you have for security. This is really part of what you're building in contrast to this experience of your past. This can be the recent past, this can be work or family conflicts, but it underlies, these are the symptoms of a long dysfunctional relationship in one place or the other, quite possibly both. But you are instead cultivating your own, creating your own safety and building upon your deservedness of more. And that is facilitating new ideas, new explorations, new quest for new information, for exploring the diversity in the world and what is less familiar to you, collaborating with others to share information and this vision of growth, to be inspired with others. It's interesting that the fives appear again here. And these are ways that you are changing old values, I believe you are recognizing conflicts that you can change. And in this changing your values, the things that are important to you, working towards those, establishing those for yourself and independently, you've actually empowered yourself to improve upon the dynamics of a particular group. I believe this group, be it professional, work, or home, so that you are about committing to the beauty of dialogue, of working together, of collaborating, of learning together. And this is showing me that there is an opportunity you see in a contentious situation, in a contentious group, that if there's a way that you can help this group to agree upon the goals of your effort, of your problem solving, then all people can, each member of the group can find their own relationship to that goal and contribute accordingly, understanding that no individual has the answer or the solution, but that it has to be created together by a willingness to build upon each other's strengths. I'm going to clarify the Five of Pentacles in your present with the Empress and the Moon card. Oh, well, as always, Cancer, you are in your zone in so many ways. The moon card always resonates for me with Cancer. It is your ruler, after all. The moon, a satellite. It's not a planet, but it controls the tides. It controls the tides within our bodies, women's flows and experiences, but it also naturally controls the tides of the planet. And this is powerful because there's a sense of ebb and flow of water representing a kind of timelessness, kind of rest and tranquility, and a depth and profundity that you are able to mine. You're able to connect not only with your past experiences, but your ancestors, your relatives, with those invisible allies that are there to assist you, that you perhaps have always been aware of. Whether you've been in active dialogue with them or not is another story. And I believe this is a recognition that there are invisible forces that can be called upon, that you can communicate with, that have information and support for you, that help you deal with your fears. Fears are natural, but there are those that are constantly encouraging you to take one step after another, to connect with those models, those energies, those ancestors who have done this and something harder besides, in order for you to have the experience of abundance that you have in this world. This is more than abundance. It is about being in your power in a dual way. The Empress creates. She is pregnant. She's fertile. She's fecund. She models herself after Mother Nature, where there is no waste. There is no excess. Everything is recycled as part of the system. And this is the same skill that you're able to engage as you are resourceful. The Queen of Pentacles, of course, is a daughter of the Empress. But this is about internalizing that ability to transform what you have into what you need or want. And this is also the ability to receive the rewards. In other words, to enjoy the process. The process in and of itself is gratifying. It feels good. And this is something that you are choosing for yourself over and over again. I am going to pull a Soul's Journey Oracle and remind you that you can like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. And I've pulled Happiness. I'm aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. I love this. I love confirmations. And I'm going to also pull a Crystal Oracle. And again, remind you that I'm building an extended reading, which will be linked in the description box below. So I've flipped over the Sunstone. And the mantra of the Sunstone is take pleasure in the things you do. Thank you so much, Cancer, for this beautiful reading. Until next time, Namaste.